the United States dropped from the #1 spot to the #2 spot for the most obese country in the world. What an accomplishment, right? Wrong. Obesity, and specifically childhood obesity, continues to be a major problem in the United States. Colorado has what to be proud of because we are the least obese state in the United States, but we still have our fair share of obese children walking around, and it's a really big problem. And in addition to that, it's a problem across the entire country. Just to convey to you how big of a problem it is, according to the Centers for Disease Control, approximately 17% of children ages 2 to 19 in the United States are obese. That is 12.5 million children who are obese in this country. Being an obese child is really problematic. It can lead to many health problems, such as cardiovascular diseases like high cholesterol and high blood pressure, which are two things that kids should really not have to worry about or experience at all. It can also lead to prediabetes, which also leads eventually to diabetes. It causes many social and psychological problems because kids who are overweight have really low self-esteem very often. Kids who are obese are also more likely to be obese adults, which puts them at a much higher risk for many types of cancer. While this is a major problem, like most problems, it is preventable. This starts with healthy eating. If kids eat healthier at home, they will not be obese. The problem is that many of these kids who are obese come from homes where their parents are obese, their siblings are obese, and it all comes down to the family just doesn't eat the way that they should be eating. That's where schools come in. Schools have the ability to teach kids what they should be eating, teach kids nutritional values of different foods, and teach kids what they should be doing actively in order to maintain a healthy lifestyle. And this education does not just need to exist within the four walls of the classroom. Kids are supposed to be getting at least 60 minutes of physical activity in every day. And if we're being real, kids spend most of their day at school. That is where they should be getting this hour in, because most kids do not just go home and play basketball after school. Yes, there are those kids who are physically active, but studies have shown that schools that don't require physical education have kids going home and watching 4 hours of TV, going on the computer, eating a snack, watching more TV, and then eating dinner, going to bed, maybe doing their homework if there's time. The kids that we're worried about are these obese children who are not going home and being physically active, and they rely on that 1 hour of physical activity in school a day in order to be healthy and fit. The problem is that many schools are cutting PE out of their school day. The problem with this is that they're trying to sacrifice gym in order to save money for other school activities and in order to satisfy federal mandates in math and reading scores. Of course, it's a problem if math and reading scores are not up to par and they're not where they should be, but the solution is not to drop gym class in order to solve that problem. So why is PE so important? It can prevent diseases that would otherwise happen because of obesity, yes, but it is also important because it helps kids develop motor skills, it helps kids develop hand-eye coordination, and it's important for physical health as a whole. If kids exercise on a daily basis for that hour in school, it leads to good cardiovascular systems, and their blood and oxygen will circulate the way it's supposed to. That circulation gives kids the ability to concentrate for longer periods of time. And if kids are able to concentrate for longer periods of time, they can sit in class, focus, and perform better in school. It also helps kids build self-esteem. If kids feel better and look better, they won't have the same self-esteem issues that they have if they're obese. They'll also feel like in a PE class that they're a part of something. If they're playing a team sport, they'll feel like they're joining everybody else in a common goal and trying to be a part of something that they might otherwise not do. So I'm going to show you a video now that promotes physical activity. of us in this room might not be parents yet. Some of us might be already. Some of us probably are planning on being parents. I'm sure none of us want to see our children become obese and use that as their source of physical activity in their daily lives. So it's absolutely vital that physical education continue to be implemented in our school systems in order for our kids to remain healthy. Thank you for listening.